Now we'll solve this problem on differentiation. Okay. Here it is given that if y equals to x minus 2 divided by x plus 2, then we have to prove that 2x into dy dx, that means the derivative of y equals to 1 minus y square. So let us start the problem. Okay. So at first we will find out the dy dx part. Now, as you can see from the function that it is in u by v form. It is in u by v form. So, if we try to find the differentiate of this, so in the denominator it will be x plus 2 whole square, and in the numerator it will be x plus 2 into ddx of x minus 2 minus x minus 2 into ddx of x plus 2. Okay. Now, as we know, the derivative of any constant term is 0. So, derivative of minus 2 will be 0 and derivative of plus 2 will also be 0. So, here we will write only ddx of x, that means 1. Okay. Similarly, ddx of x will be equals to 1. Okay. And here is x plus 2 whole square. Okay. So, what we are getting? We are getting that x plus 2 minus x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 whole square. Okay. We can cancel out plus x minus x. So, we are getting dy dx as 4 divided by x plus 2 whole square. Okay. Now, with dy dx, we have to multiply 2x and need to show it is coming as 1 minus y square. Means 1 minus this part square, because y is this one. So, we need to multiply this dy dx with 2x to show that it is coming as 1 minus this square. Okay. So, you can understand we need to represent this part in terms of x minus 2 by x plus 2. At least we can try to express the term in terms of x minus 2 divided by x plus 2. Okay. Now, let us multiply 2x with the dy dx. Okay. So, 2x into dy dx will be equals to 2x into 4 divided by x plus 2 whole square. Okay. So, it is coming as 8x divided by x plus 2 whole square. So, we have got 2x divided dx as 8x divided by x plus 2 whole square, but it is not coming as 1 minus y square. So, you can understand we need to represent this term in terms of x minus 2 divided by x plus 2. Clear? So, let us try to convert this term into x minus 2 divided by x plus 2. I am clearing the first part, okay, so that I can deduce the rest one. Now, we need to express 8x divided by x plus 2 whole square into this form, 1 minus y square. So, let us try to express this term like with the help of y. Okay. Now, can we write 8x as like x plus 2 whole square minus x minus 2 whole square. I am expressing 8x as x plus 2 whole square minus x minus 2 whole square. Why? Because if we go by the formula, then x plus 2 whole square is x square plus 4x plus 4 and minus, like I am writing a bit larger, x square plus 4x plus 4. Okay, and in the minus it will be x square minus 4x plus 4. My phone is ringing behind, so please don't mind for that. I hope you'll be understanding this part. Okay. Now, if we do the normal addition subtraction, then what we get, x square will be cancelled out, minus 4x into minus, it will be plus 4x. So plus 4x and plus 4x, it will be 8x. As x square, like what I am trying to say, x square plus 4x plus 4 minus x square plus 4x minus 4. So minus 4 plus 4 will be cancelled out, and plus x square minus x square will be cancelled out. So plus 4x and plus 4x, it will be 8x. Okay. So that is why I am expressing 8x as this way, because we need to represent this form in terms of y square. So that is why I am modifying 8x by writing 8x as x plus 2 whole square minus x minus 2 whole square. Okay. And in the numerator we have x plus 2 whole square already. Okay. So x plus 2 whole square divided by x plus 2 whole square, it will be 1, and x minus 2 whole square divided by x plus 2 whole square. So x minus 2 divided by x plus 2 whole square. So from our problem we can see that y equals to x minus 2 divided by x plus 2, and we are getting here as y as x minus 2 divided by x plus 2, as this is y and in the power 2. So it will be 1 minus y square. So hence we can say that we have proved that 2x into dy dx equals to 1 minus y square. Okay, because we have written this 2x into dy dx term, which is 8x divided by x plus 2 whole square, as x plus 2 whole square minus x minus 2 whole square divided by x plus 2 whole square. We are not changing anything in the denominator. Just we are expressing 8x as x plus 2 whole square minus x minus 2 whole square, as we need to prove this term. So we need to have y in our answer. So now in the simple way we have proved that 2x into dy dx equals to 1 minus y square. Although if you are having any problem, I would request you to pause the video step by step and go through by each of the steps. It will be very easy to understand. Okay. So we move on to the next problem. So our next problem is this one. Y equals to 1 plus sin x in the numerator divided by 1 minus sin x in the denominator. So we need to find dy dx as usual. That means we need to differentiate this function in terms of x. Okay. Now we can do this problem in several ways. Like you can assume this part as u, assume this part as v, and normally expand by the formula of d dx of u by v. Or else what we can do, we can modify first the function. Like in place of 1, can we write sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2? Why I am writing this? As in the trigonometry, you know that sin square of any angle plus cos square of the same angle will be equals to 1. So here our angle is x by 2 for both sin and cos. So sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 will be equals to 1. So we have represented 1 as sin square x by 2 divided by cos square x by 2. And in trigonometry, we have a formula, you can write it down. Like sin x equals to 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. That means if it is sin x, so this angles will be half of that. Okay. If it is sin 2x, then it would have become 2 sin x into cos x. Okay. Similarly, we are modifying actually the denominator part. Like sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 minus 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. Okay. Why I have represented in this form? Because if you see clearly, it is coming in the form of sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square divided by sin x by 2 minus cos x by 2 whole square. Okay. If now I divide both numerator and denominator by cos square x by 2, then what it becomes? Now we can represent it as sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 divided by sin x by 2 minus cos x by 2 whole square. Okay, we can easily write it. Now, if we divide both the numerator and denominator by 10, it would be, numerator and denominator by cos x. Okay, we will be dividing both numerator and denominator by cos x. Okay, so it would become 10x by 2 plus 1, and it would become 10x by 2 minus 1. Okay. So what we will be getting? We will be getting, can I represent 1 as 10 pi by 4? Like I am putting 10 pi by 4 because tan 45 degree goes to 1, and keeping this 10x by 2 next. Okay. Similarly, I am taking minus as common, so it will be, for 1 I am writing 10 pi by 4 and I am writing 10x by 2 there. Okay. Now we need to modify that part. Like what I mean to say, let me clear this first part. You can pause the video and take the note of it. I will be solving now after this part. Okay. Now can I write this part as why I am writing in this manner? Because I have converted this one as 10 pi by 4. So this is not required actually. We can keep this one as 1. Okay. And for this part, here we will be assuming a 1. We will assuming this 10x by 2 equals to 1 into 10x by 2, as 1 can be represented as tan pi by 4. So why I am trying to pushing that 1 in terms of tan pi by 4, because this is a formula of tan, like tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B equals to tan A plus B, and in the beginning there will be a minus. Like this is a formula of tan A plus B, where A plus B is the angle, is a tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. So I have tried to represent this part as in the form of tan A plus B. Okay. So we can write it as tan pi by 4 plus x by 2. Just compare with this formula. Here A equals to pi by 4 and B equals to x by 2. Just in the beginning there will be a minus. Okay. So ultimately this is our y, because we have yet to differentiate the function. We were just modifying this part. So we can say that 1 plus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x is actually minus 10 pi by 4 plus x by 2. So this is actually y. So now I am clearing this part. Now we just have to do the differentiation of this part. So we know the derivative of tan x will be sec square x. So derivative of tan this angle will be sec square this angle into d dx of this one, because as you know, only apart from x, whatever be the form here, whatever be the form here, it will again need to be differentiated. Okay, so what would be your final answer? As we know, pi by 4 is an angle and a constant term, so the derivative of pi by 4 will be equals to 0, and d dx of x by 2 will be half. Why? Because d dx of n into x equals to n. So here n is half into x. So this is d dx of half into x. So d dx of half into x will be equals to half. Okay. So I am putting half in the beginning, and this minus sign is for this one. Okay. And it will be sec square pi by 4 plus x by 2. So this is our answer for this problem. Okay, just go step by step and see what I have done in each steps and how I have converted 1 plus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x into minus tan pi by 4 plus x by 2. Then I have just differentiated it and we have got the answer. Okay, now we will move on to the next problem. Now we will be solving the previous problem in terms of u by v, like assuming the numerator as u and the denominator as v. So we know the formula of d dx of u by v, which is, so I am expanding in that way. So in the denominator we write v square, which is 1 minus sin x whole square, and in the numerator it will be v into, that means 1 minus sin x into d dx of u, that means 1 plus sin x, minus u into, which is 1 plus sin x into d dx of v, which is 1 minus sin x. If you see the formula of d dx of u by v, you will clearly understand this. Assuming 1 plus sin x as u and 1 minus sin x as v. Okay. Now 1 minus sin x, d dx of 1 plus sin x will be equals to cos x. Why? Because d dx of 1 will be equals to 0. Okay. Similarly here 1 plus sin x and d dx of minus sin x will be equals to minus cos x, because d dx of 1 is 0 as well. So I am putting it the cos x under bracket, and in the denominator it will be 1 minus sin x whole square. Okay. Now if we multiply these parts, okay, it would be cos x minus sin x cos x, okay, minus cos x minus sin x cos x. Okay, so if we multiply this part with the minus, so it will be minus into minus, it will be plus. I am just putting off the bracket part, and it will also be plus. Okay, I hope you have understood this part. Okay, so can we cancel out minus sin x cos x plus sin x cos x? So what left? Cos x plus cos x means 2 cos x, and in the denominator it will be 1 minus sin x whole square. Okay, so what would be the result? It would be 2 cos x divided by 1 minus sin x whole square. Okay, so you can differentiate this function in this way. Actually, it is much more easier than the other process. Okay, so we'll move on to the next problem. Now we will differentiate this function. Okay, if you can remember in the early differentiation videos, I have told that if we find in the problem which is represented as numerator and denominator form and which has sec x and tan x, so we should try to represent this kind of trigonometrical function into cos x and sin x. Okay, so we will try to do that. Okay, so can we write sec x as 1 divided by cos x? As from the basic trigonometry we know sec x equals to 1 by cos x. Okay, and tan x equals to sin x by cos x, whole divided by, again in place of sec x I am writing 1 by cos x, and in place of tan x I am writing sin x divided by cos x. Okay, now after the LCM, in the numerator we will get 1 plus sin x, and in the denominator we will get 1 minus sin x. So if you can remember, this problem will be looking as similar as the previous one which I have just solved. Okay, why? Because if we cancel out the cos x from both the denominator, what we will get is 1 plus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x, just same as the previous one. So this is actually why. Now you find the dy dx by assuming this numerator as u and this denominator as v. Okay, so you'll get to know the dy dx very easy by the basic formula. So I am not going into details of that part because it will be same as the previous one. Okay, I will be moving to next problem. Now we will differentiate this function. Okay, as you can see, it contains the trigonometrical functions. This can be the differentiation of this function can be found as by converting them to u by v form, but it will be much more lengthy problem. Instead, I can make it short, but you have to remember 2 to 3 trigonometrical formulas. Okay, just check whether you know this formula or not. If you do not know, then write it down. It will help you to solve this problem in fewer steps. Okay, write it down. 1 minus cos 2x equals to 2 sin square x. This is standard formula in trigonometry. Okay, and 1 plus cos 2x equals to 2 cos square x. Okay, and write another formula for this sin 2x. We know sin 2x equals to 2 sin x into cos x. Okay, now we will be applying these three formulas into this function. How? Let us see. So at first, for 1 minus cos 2x we can write 2 sin square x. Okay, so I am writing 2 sin square x, and for sin 2x we will be writing 2 sin x cos x. Okay, 2 sin x cos x. Similarly, for the denominator, 1 plus cos 2x. 1 plus cos 2x will be 2 cos square x as per the trigonometrical formula. And in place of sin 2x, we will be writing 2 sin x into cos x. Okay. Now, let us take 2 sin x as common from both the numerator and let us take 2 sin x from the numerator. Okay, so if we take 2 sin x as common from the numerator, we will left with sin x plus cos x. Okay, and if we take 2 cos x as common from the denominator, we will left with cos x plus sin x. Okay, so as you can see, in the numerator there is a sin x plus cos x term, and in the denominator there is also sin x plus cos x term. So we can easily cancel out these two terms. Okay, so what is remaining, and we can also cancel out this 2 too. So what is remaining is tan x. So as you can see, y equals to this one, okay, and it can be modified to tan x. Ultimately, tan x equals to this one plus sin 2x minus cos 2x divided by 1 plus sin 2x plus cos 2x. So I have applied few trigonometrical formulas to make it shorter. So y equals to tan x. This is not the derivative. This is the value of y, which I have modified from the beginning. Okay. Now we need to find the derivative of tan x. That means the derivative of y, which is, as you know, sec square x by the standard formula of differentiation. If you check my very first video, I think, about the differentiation, you will find I have written that the derivative of tan x is sec square x. Okay. So derivative of y will be equals to sec square x for this problem. Okay. So if you remember these three formulas, the problem can be solved in just 2 to 3 steps. But if you are not able to remember these three formulas of trigonometry, then you need to solve this problem by the form ddx of u by v, and it will be much more hectic task and much more complicated and much more lengthy. So I will ask you or recommend you to remember these three formulas so that you can apply this into this kind of problems to make it easier and simpler. Okay. Now we will move on to the next problem. Now we will find the differentiation of this problem. Okay. By looking at the problem, it may feels like, oh my god, it will be a larger one. But trust me, it will be the simplest one. Okay, I will show you how. So I will ask you to write down this problem at first, then proceed with me. Okay. Now, in simple term, can we represent as, let this one as 1, and can I write x to the power b minus a as x to the power b by x to the power a? I can definitely write by the basic formula of indices. As we know, x to the power a minus b equals to x to the power a divided by x to the power b. So similarly, x to the power b minus a equals to x to the power b divided by x to the power a. So applying these concepts to all of this, check what I am writing. X to the power c by x to the power a plus 1 divided by 1 plus x to the power a. So I have expanded first term, then I am expanding this one, then at last I will expanding this part. Okay. By x to the power b plus 1. Okay. Now do the basic LCM. Okay. Similarly for this part, and for the last part, okay. So can I take this x to the power a into numerator, this x to the power b into numerator, and this x to the power c into in the numerator? As we know, 1 by half equals to 2 because it goes in the numerator. So applying same concept to this one, so we can write x to the power a divided by x to the power a plus x to the power b plus x to the power c plus x to the power b. I hope you can understand, right? X to the power a plus x to the power b plus x to the power c plus for this one x to the power c divided by x to the power a plus x to the power b plus x to the power c. So we can see in the denominator x to the power a plus x to the power b plus x to the power c are common. Okay, let me clear this first part because I need to complete this problem in this step. Now after this part I am going at the first step. Like, so I can take 1 by x to the power a plus x to the power b plus x to the power c as common, and so what we will get x to the power a plus x to the power b plus x to the power c. Okay, so x to the power a plus x to the power b plus x to the power c. So we can cancel out. So what we will get? So we will get 1. So that means 1 is actually the function. Okay, and what is dy dx of 1? You know, it is 0 because 1 is a constant term. Okay, so dy dx equals to 0 will be the answer. Easy? So let's move on to the next problem and you take step by step note of this problem.